Know what else is happening?
What?
The Time magazine cover story that just hit stands takes a look at the reemergence of attachment parenting, where parents are consistently with their children every day and night rather than
that little black mark they
raising
put over her boob.
Well, that boy is like 32 years
more
old.
self-sufficient and
He's in
independent.
college.
This is insane.
I mean, she's got her boob in his mouth.
If you can spell milk, you should not be breastfeeding. It's not okay.
What do you think is insane?
What do I think it's insane that there's a picture of a child,
A grown man.
Lord, really pretty
Well,
much.
that's just to get attention, maybe.
It is, but it's
real.
creepy. To me, that's creepy because I'm sorry. I just was going to say, breastfeeding. I understand people want people to breastfeed. I get all of this, but this idea that you have to be with your kids every 20 seconds of their life. I don't. It's like 1950.
We're having a problem. I think because of course this makes you feel guilty reading this article because it's saying we don't spend enough quality time with our kids.
Not quality time. Time.
Time at all. It brings up that whole guilt thing, especially there's a lot of single moms, because I know when Jeffrey cries, every time he cries when I leave, and he says, I thought it was Jeffrey Mommy Day. It breaks my heart. But I'm trying to teach him to say, can you spell bills? It's like you...
What are single male parents supposed to do? Also, they can't breastfeed. And then they say in the article you should sleep with your children.
It's really hard because
what about,
they want to get into...
somebody like the Octomom or the Duggars? Are they supposed to sleep with all their children? What size bed are we talking about here? But in general, let's talk about some of this, because it's not just breastfeedings. Because not everybody, I wrote some notes. The American Academy of Pediatrics says in terms of breastfeeding that the frequency and duration are for the mother and baby to determine. But it also says if your kid cries, you should go right away. And I remember saying to you, let them, remember you got
told me to let Jeffrey cry. Oh, it broke my heart. 4 days though it took for him to stay in his bed.
They say parents should respond to all cries immediately.
You know something? What about this?
Can I say something? Because my grandson now is at that age.
Guilt.
He's 14 months old now, and I noticed that there were different kinds of cries.
Yes.
If he's really in distress, you know it. If he's just, he could do that for an hour. You don't have to go in there.
Let me tell you, too, this is actually this Time magazine article about attachment parenting, and I get it. There are some great philosophies about it. One, if you can be there all day with your child, sure, it works for you. But attachment parenting for women can also lead to detachment by their partners or husbands. And I think what happens is it can actually hurt your compositional relationship as a family.
You remember when Mian Bialik was on the show, and I think she does a lot of attachment parenting, and she was saying that that her husband sleeps with one of their kids and she sleeps with the other. And we said, when do you guys get together and
That's
even
birth
make
control right there.
They do have sex, but not that.
No, she said in the kitchen, I think. There's another bedroom.
What is this? What happened to the idea of parent and child? Of time for parent and child. I mean, I believe most of us grew up with this idea that, if the parents were doing what they were doing, you occupied your time. They took care of you. They gave you everything you needed.
But they're also not talking about people like, let's say, Angelina and Madonna, who adopt all these kids and have all these kids.
I'm talking about real people.
But whenever you see a picture of them, there's no nanny in the picture.
But the nanny's there.
No, but people who are trying to do attachment, they may not have a nanny.
What about these parents who want to have it all? Like you got parents who want, and so you work a lot, and the kids suffer because we want another car, we want another this.
No, you want to remodel our house.
Can I just say in middle of the road, because all of us work, and I don't know, I feel very guilty because I did work. But some of the things that they suggest, I had a stroller. Before that, what do you call it? A perambulator? Whatever that was at those days?
Yeah.
A pram. Yeah. They say, when you go out, carry the baby here. So that the baby can feel the heartbeat. Yes. I mean, there are still
but that's
things...
good up until a certain age. Then you get scoliosis.
Oh, no, that's true. But I'm just talking about women who work are going to read this and feel very guilty.
Remember when
Do not feel guilty. We don't feel guilty. We're leaving, but we're coming back, and we don't feel guilty at all.
We have attachment.